welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton. And today we have a wonderful schedule of library events for you that are geared toward the concept of mysteries for the month of October. My guests are Adele Gardner and Rita Scrivener from the library. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi. This is a huge expansion of what you guys have done in the past. I'm going to guess this means mysteries are very popular.
Yes, it's a wonderful genre. It's very popular, of course, in books and in movies, in TV shows. There are so many wonderful detectives, so many wonderful stories, great real-life mysteries. And we're going to try to explore all the different aspects of mystery that we can think of to share with everybody.
That sounds great. And you guys dreamed this up, like this will be the third or fourth year, right?
This is the third time we've done it.
Third.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it's always been Mystery Day in the past. It's been like a Saturday with a lot of different events. So tell us about the plan for this year.
Well, the reason we changed to a whole month was that we originally thought that if we had it in one day, there would be people who would come to one or two events, and then we would have other people coming to different ones. We didn't think there would be many people interested in everything, but we had people who came and stayed the entire day.
Like 200 people.
Yes. And we thought, you know, wouldn't it be nice if we were able to spread it out so that people wouldn't have to commit a whole day to it? And if it's one day and people can't make it, they miss everything.
Right.
But now, you know, hopefully people will be able to work one or more events into their schedule for October.
So you guys now have, and I know the schedule isn't 100% set yet, so we're not going to mention dates. We're going to tell people to go online to the calendar and check, or go to the library and pick up a brochure for the details. But let's talk about some of the things you guys will have.
Well, the first event we're going to have is an Edgar Allan Poe evening. And so we're celebrating all things mysterious. He is actually the first person to write a mystery short story. He introduced the detective genre with Auguste Dupin. And so, and of course, as everyone knows, he's also the master of the macabre. So he fits into our mystery and horror theme.
And he has a Hampton tie. He was
yes,
in Fort Monroe when
yes.
he wrote, we're not entirely sure, but at least one or two of his poems and stories.
I think it was Annabelle Lee, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. That's, you know, what people say for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hoping everyone will come out to celebrate Edgar Allan Poe. There's even going to be a short film of some of his works adapted, but we're going to discuss and read several of his works, and should just be a lot of fun.
You know, the Poe stories are so good for reading out loud. I absolutely love those. NPR does some. I mean, I remember hearing The Cask of Amontillado, and it's not one, when you read it, it's okay, but when you hear it, whoa. So that should be a lot of fun.
So moving on from there, we're going to have a Saturday that does actually have 3 events in it.
Okay.
Sort of reminiscent of the original Mystery Day, but we're going to start out with a mystery and horror writing workshop, which I'll be leading. I'm an author of mystery short stories.
All right, now this is coming back to me. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm in the Virginia's for Mysteries 2 anthology, so that's my claim to fame.
So you'll be coaching and giving people tips.
Right. We'll have writing exercises and prompts. We'll have a little bit of how-to, and then we'll also explore how to get these works published if someone is interested in doing that.
That is wonderful.
And then for those writers who want the background research, or anyone who's interested in the many exciting mystery and crime shows we have, the police department forensic unit is going to be coming and doing a presentation. And then we're going to close with a book to film classic club, The Wolfman. And
that is a classic.
It is. And he's been, it's book to film because many short story writers and novelists have been inspired by Larry Talbot, and he's appeared in a wide variety of works spawned by the movie, which is kind of the
backwards.
Yes.
Usually it's book to movie. This time you're going to have to call it the Film to Book Club or whatever.
So we're also going to have mystery game night, which we've brought along an example of one of the games, Chrononauts. It's a time travel adventure game. Then we also are going to play Clue and a card game known as Assassin, which should be very
my
exciting.
son plays that. He loves it. There's a couple of different versions and different ways to play it. But I think that's good. You know, gaming has taken off these days, and there are a lot of people, you know, it's sort of Back to the Future, where people used to get together and play board games, and different things have flared up. But gaming is really big now, and so pulling those folks into the library is a wonderful idea. give people a little bit of an idea of how, you know, one of these games works. A Clue, I think we can assume that that's in the popular culture, but your Chrononauts or Assassin, tell us just a little bit about that for people who may not know.
Well, I've never played either one of them, so they're basically a mystery to me.
Okay.
But I know that that Assassin, if anyone has played the card game Mafia, it's kind of similar to that, where there are people who around the table who are different characters.
They have roles. There's
Right.
like the card you draw or something, they're assigned, yeah.
That's exactly right, and they're the only ones who know who they are, but there's sort of a leader of the game who has everyone close their eyes and then instructs, you know, the assassin to open their eyes, and then the investigator to open their eyes. So there is one person, kind of the, I guess if you were playing a role-playing game, you know, the dungeon master,
Right, the game
knows
master,
what's
right,
going
right,
on,
right.
yeah, and then the other players try to solve the mystery through a process of elimination. And I believe that Adele has become a little more familiar with Chrononauts than I have.
So Chrononauts actually is sort of an alternate history type of game, which is like the mystery of what would have happened if something were different.
Gotcha.
So it's got cards with different times and events. And then, you know, if you flip it, you know, if something is different, a linchpin event changes, what would have happened? And how can you fix this broken timeline to get back to the one you know?
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it looks
Now,
like a lot of fun.
These games too, you know, sometimes I think of games like Monopoly, you know, that will go on for 3 hours. These are a little bit shorter, more manageable. You can play them a couple of times in an evening, right?
Yes.
That should be a ton of fun. Okay, what else?
So we've got a trivia event, mystery trivia, and that's going to focus on all the mysteries, books, films, TV shows, popular culture. And so, you know, anybody who has an interest in the new Sherlock show or, you know, Criminal Minds, please come.
As well as like the ancient, you know, the old school stuff.
Yes.
That's fun. Trivia is very popular now. I think you'll get a good crowd.
I hope so. Yeah, it looks
Yes.
like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, what else?
We also have an ongoing program that we're just kind of working into the month, and it's called the Literary Fight Club. And it's something that originally started on the internet, and now some of the library staff are kind of migrating it into the real world, and or a different kind of the real world, I guess,
right.
nowadays. And what it is people will have a character that they choose from a certain fandom. Like maybe it'll be Marvel or DC, or it could be really anything. It could even
be Frankenstein. It could be whatever. Yeah.
Right, anything you like. And they will get to know their character as well as they can, their strengths, weaknesses, any superpowers they might have, that kind of thing. And then at the event, they're presented with a variety of scenarios. And so they will compete debate style to see how their character would handle that particular situation. And if they can escape from the situation, then of course that's worth something point-wise, and also how well they know their character. And so their knowledge of the fandom helps too.
So would you have two characters lined against each other, or is there more than one? I mean, if it's debate style, you could kind of do it really differently.
You could. I think that the way they have run it is it's different depending on how many people they have
Who wants
and
to
what they're doing.
participate that particular time?
It's pretty
Okay.
free-flowing.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Anything else?
We have a couple more things. I am doing, of course, my regular book-to-film series that I do almost every month. In October, we're watching The Girl on the Train. So that should be fun, a very interesting, unreliable narrator story. If someone hasn't read it, I shall not say more.
Yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers.
Never mind, moving on. So the end of the month will be kind of our big finish, Mystery Theater.
Oh.
Yes, we're going to present our guests with a story, a mystery related to the library. Different staff members are going to play different characters, and everyone will be a suspect. And then scavenger hunt style throughout the library, guests will be able to find the clues and solve the mystery.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. You know, the things you all do now are so different than the library that I used to go to as a kid when I was in, elementary school and junior high school. It is so much more interactive. It is program oriented. I mean, you still have all of the resources, and certainly a lot more are electronic than were back in my day. But you've got all that, but it also it's more lively and more interactive, and you pull different people into those programs. It's wonderful stuff that you do.
Well, thank you. We try really hard to still keep providing those vital services that people really need. I don't want to underemphasize those because those are really, really important to us. But we really like to try to invite people to have fun too.
Well, and those things also stimulate love of books, love of literature, and audiobooks are books too, and all those things that, like, if I see the movie, the Girl on the Train, I might go back and read the book if I haven't, or if I come to one of these things, if somebody personally recommends a book or we're talking about something and I'm interested in that area, I'm going to be a lot more likely to pick up that book, to make time to read. It all works to still fulfill the original mission of libraries. It just does it differently for today's society.
Yeah, that's what we really want. If people are getting the resources they need to lead a successful life, to an enjoyable life.
A life of continued learning is what people want. And I think whether that's fiction or nonfiction, research or fun, you learn things and you keep your mind alive, and that's so important these days. And so many people want that.
Well, that's what we want to do.
Absolutely. Okay, so for details, people should go where?
Well, online you can go to hampton.gov/calendar. All of our events are on the calendar. We also have flyers throughout all 4 libraries. And you can also ask us in the reference department at the main library.
Okay, well that sounds great. And we will make sure to keep this on the calendar and on the e-news, as time gets near, so people can pick and choose which of these events they want to attend or they are able to attend around all the other things in their schedule.
Oh, that's great. And they don't need to register. They can just show up. And they're all at the main library, 4207 Victoria Boulevard in the meeting rooms.
Great, and plenty of parking there, a wonderful spot near downtown. Unless there's a football game at the time, there's plenty of parking. Yep. That's really the only thing, right there across from Darling Stadium. Okay, well thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you for watching. I hope to see you at some of the elements of Mystery Month. It is great to have programming geared toward adults and older teens, although younger children are allowed to attend most of these. This is something for us as grown-ups, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.